Oh boy, today is a really glorious day for gamers because we are just getting smacked left and right with brand new, really good video games actually. For once, since the great gaming drought of 2017, 2018 that's been going on since then. Yeah, we've had like trash games and trash developers releasing shit like Overwatch 2. Who the fuck cares about that game? It's literally just the same fucking game. And stuff like EA putting those loot boxes and gambling systems into their video games like Battlefront. And we already had to deal with all that, right? Lawsuits have been made, respect has been lost, companies are now greedy and pieces of shit. But recently there's been a lot of really good video games coming out, and it seems that developers are starting to actually care about their people again, the people they're trying to make games for. One said company, the developers of Lethal League, actually came together and created a new title, which I'm going to talk to you about today. Rush Cyberfunk. This is now one of the most fun games I have played in a long time. Besides Baldur's Gate 3, I just popped off about Baldur's Gate. And we have a lot of good games coming up. We got Starfield. I know that I just talked shit about Starfield, but it's probably going to be a pretty decent game. Bethesda does make pretty good games. And then we've got things like Armored Core 6 out as well that just came out, and Baldur's Gate. Now we've got this. This is a game that slid under the rug that I think deserves a little bit more attention. Rush Cyberfunk is a skating, jetpacking, crazy hip-hop graffiti game. Those are like the only words I could find for it. Just think of it as Tony Hawk, but with jetpacks. Rush Cyberfunk is actually a spiritual successor to the game Jet Set Radio, which was developed in the early 2000s by Sega on the Dreamcast. And people have been yearning for a game like this, and I'm going to show some gameplay alongside of this video while I'm talking about it so you can see what the game is actually like. Rush Cyberfunk is this 1 second per second of advanced funk style. Battle rival crews and dispatch militarized police to conquer the 5 boroughs of New Amsterdam, become all city. That is the premise of the game. Now the story is actually really fucking good. In the first 5 minutes, your character loses his head. That's right, it just gets chopped the fuck off. And you, as the main character, now have a robot head. And since it's a different brain, it's a different person, but you are on another person's body. So you're like, who am I? Who is this person's body? Why did my head get cut off? I need to figure these things out. You are starting off with an amazing story off rip, and it's actually like something that you have something to grab onto. It's not just bad graphics. Like the game, the way that the game looks, I know that some people will look at this game, they're like, this game looks like shit. It's just an homage to the old Jet Set Radio, the games of old, you know, the way that they used to look with shitty NPCs that just went, nah.
Yo.
Oh, hey!
Yo, nah.
And you had to read their dialogue because it was so bad. That's exactly what this game is, but it works here and it's hilarious. As for the player numbers, obviously they're not as big as like all the other big releases that are coming out. You got Starfield coming out in a couple days. Armored Core 6 just dropped. And then you also have the great Baldur's Gate. There's a lot of really expensive games out right now, but this is worth a shot. We have just been having a flood of new high quality games. A flood. And I'm so happy. Well, what do you do in Cyberpunk? Well, basically you skate around, you slam the walls with graffiti, and you fight your way through different areas, battling against different, graffiti gangs called writers, and you guys are just competing for all city, which is basically having your tags around all city. You do this by skating around using skates, a skateboard, or a bicycle, and a jetpack as well. And the buttons are so simple. Instead of having the tricks on the right thumbstick, they actually have all the tricks mapped to your face button, so it's actually way more fun to just skate around because you're not focusing on the specific way that you need to flick your thumb. And it's just a nice chill game that you can just relax to, throw the music on there. This game has one of, if not the best OST I have heard in ever. I could sit down and listen to this OST in my car for hours on a road trip. It is so good. They developed this new experimental Japanese hip hop just specifically for this game, and it is It's so good. Seriously, like if you play this game, listen to the song Condensed Milk. I promise. You won't regret it. In fact, even if you don't have this game, go listen to the song Condensed Milk by Cybermilk. I love it. The song made me shit myself. As for the community revolving around Cyberfunk, it is actually an amazing community. You guys are hilarious out there. For the people that are fans of Cyberfunk, I'm so glad that there are so many people that enjoy this game and like to talk about it. And speaking of people who enjoy this game and like talking about it, the modders, this is big news for people who like this game and already have it. The modding community is already coming together and developing a multiplayer mod. It is called Slop Crew. I stumbled upon this when I was scrolling on Twitter or X or the whatever the fuck it's called, and I found this video right here where it's just a bunch of people vibing in the mall section of the game. Just a bunch of people. It's probably a broken multiplayer mod, like, you know, absolutely it's a broken multiplayer mod, but it's amazing that people are already out there creating mods so that people can play the game together, because that was one of the biggest things that was missing from this game, was being able to play with your friends. Also, I found this meme that I really wanted to show you guys. It gave me a nice little chuckle, and I think it would make you guys laugh too. What a G. What an epic man. Amazing he must be Russian. He looks like he's Russian. This man, only a Russian would strap rollerblades to computer screens and start grinding on them like rails and using the mouses like they're his own little extensions of himself on the rails. So somebody took it upon themselves to put Sonic the Hedgehog inside of this game, and I'm living for it. I love it. I like seeing Sonic do breakdancing in this format. It's perfect. Just look, yeah, this game, this type of graphic style is perfect for Sonic the Hedgehog too. Like, I don't know why they've never made a game of Sonic the Hedgehog in this style. Maybe they have. Also, right here, here's the GitHub website. I'm gonna throw the link below if you guys want to support the multiplayer mod, so that we can have multiplayer in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It would be amazing if we could have one big server where we could just link up and all of our friends hang out and skate around and punch each other and dance around each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't dump your money into this without doing research though, because I don't know who these people are. I just know that they're making a multiplayer mod. And look at that, there's another mod for people who like this game called Bomb Rush Radio, where you can add your own music to the game. That's always a big win, because the OST only goes on for so long and you can only listen to the same songs so many times. The all-time peak player count on Steam was only 8,174 people, and I genuinely believe that number needs to spike, especially for people who are looking for a more like relaxed, chill game to play, something that's not super heavy story focused or anything like that. And for anybody who is not looking to play Gundam right now or D&D, you could skateboard instead, and I highly implore you to do so. I think that this game needs more players. It is an amazing game. Check it out. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for watching. Deuces.